Councillor Varney.
No.
Councillor Gordon.
No.
Councillor Klink.
Yes.
Councillor Karen.
Yes.
Councillor Morphy.
Yes.
Councillor Lorenz.
No.
Councillor Kilder.
Yes.
Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Gravenhurst Council is at odds over a proposal to purchase the town's first aerial truck for the community. In mid-September, the proposal led to a lengthy debate over whether or not it was necessary to pay the high price tag of between $1 and $2 million for this type of truck, which is specialized in dealing with fires on particularly tall buildings. The decision was ultimately made to look at replacing an aging pumper truck at a cost of around $750,000. But the community isn't letting the matter go, with one resident, Aaron Strength, recently coming back to council earlier this week to make a deputation on the need for an aerial truck.
It's not just a ladder truck for the higher structures. It's for rescue, it's for recovery. I understand the applications are endless for a ladder truck. And, you know, I can akin it to having to, my tax dollars having to go towards different things that aren't really valuable to me or that I use every day, like culverts, like the Arthur Schultz culvert in Ward 3, or the Peninsula culvert in Ward 2, or the Snyder's Bay Bridge. All of my tax dollars are going towards those repairs, which are necessary for the town of Gravenhurst. A ladder truck is necessary for the town of Gravenhurst. Bracebridge has one, Huntsville has one, Rama has one, Orillia has one. Why don't we have a ladder truck?
The argument of spending tax dollars for the benefit of a specific ward was one used by Councillor Stephen Klink in arguing against putting funds towards the aerial truck. Klink says with more fires happening in rural Gravenhurst, the idea of needing an aerial truck for the town core seems a bit far-fetched.
There's a larger, chance of multiple fires breaking out in the rural area than it is in the in-town area. And we've seen that with the Fire and Emergency Services report from last year, where 8 out of the 9 house fires were in rural areas, and 6 of which were in Ward 3.
Klink says with aerial trucks just next door in Bracebridge and Rama, he believes the money that would have been used to pay for this truck can be put towards better use in other areas that have more immediate need.
Access to mental health and addiction services, the amortization of our assets and roads faster than we can afford to maintain them, anti-poverty and affordable housing initiatives, and all that goes without saying that COVID's going to have a pretty decent financial impact on our town as well.
Councillor Heidi Lorenz disagrees that an aerial truck is not part of the immediate need for the town, saying there's been a call for this important piece of equipment in the community since 2015.
So we have heard from an independent consultant suggesting that we get one in 2015. Our fire chief has suggested that it's something missing from our arsenal, and I think it's important to listen to the experts. So I think it's essential. It's an essential item for the town, and if we can afford it and we have a place to house it, I can't see why we wouldn't support it.
The argument that came from the other side was that a lot of these fires tend to be in rural areas where an aerial truck isn't needed. What is your response to something like that?
Well, the fleet is, we have 3 fire stations. Stations 2 and 3 are meant for, rural, going to rural calls. And so I believe that, we have to spread the wealth. I mean, the rural areas are taken care of by stations 2 and 3. In 2018, we purchased a fire truck that was specific for cottage roads to the tune of $350,000. And as far as I have known all my tenure on council, that's how taxes work. You don't pay for your part of the road that you use. That's why we collect taxes, is to spread it around to make sure everyone's needs are met.
Mayor Paul Kelly says the lively discussion around this matter has merits on both sides, but at this point, the decision has been made to pursue the pumper truck.
I guess it really becomes really a matter of opinion. Is there a right answer to this? Probably not. Everyone does have an opinion on it, though. And so at this point in time, the council made the decision that we were going to have to buy a new pumper truck anyway. So the decision was, do we go down the road of investigating the costs of a pumper truck or an aerial truck? And quite a bit different, the price tag for sure on both. So the decision on council was to move forward with the pumper truck.
This obviously isn't over then, because this has been pushed to the budget meeting, right? It's just this is a general approval right now, but
Exactly.
you can still
Yep.
revisit this issue, right?
Absolutely. All that the staff were asking us to do was give them some kind of direction as to what they should be spending their time in putting together for budget. And we are doing budget early this year, James. We're starting budget probably the earliest ever that we've done budget. And our anticipation is that through our chair, John Gordon, that we'll have budget completed by the end of December, which is pretty amazing. We have not done that before. So the conversation about directly around the budget is going to take place in early December. So there will be the opportunity at that point in time to really get down to the bare bones of the discussion around the actual purchase of an aerial truck or a pumper truck. At this time, it's a pumper truck.